My dad was part of a club called the Tudors. They were friends in the 70s. They were all in each other's weddings, and they all got together and purchased together a lake house. It was called a cottage on Lake Erie over in Ohio. Now, it was a built-in vacation for all of us. They worked it out, like make sure not everybody was there all at the same time, but there was a lot of rooms in this place. You know how these vacation homes are. There's beds everywhere. You have a two-bedroom house that has 10 that sleeps seven. So I think this thing slept 20. And anyway, it was a pretty reason. I don't know if they realized it at the time how reasonable this was, but it was very reasonable. I think they all paid 1 month's mortgage, like which was like at $300. Like really unbelievable idea, really. And their friends, and their wives were friends, and then all of a sudden we were all born. So it was a cold day, and we did have some cold, windy days there. I know. Thanks, Brian. And the waves were coming up, so we really couldn't go in the water that day. Now, they were building a new pier, and they were building it right on our beach. Actually, there was like a level up on the beach. It was like, I don't know how to describe it, but it was almost like there's a beach and then a wall and then a beach. But it's not really a beach because it's a lake, but still, you get the idea. There's sand there. And they're building it, and they called it a jetty. That's what they called it. So it's wooden, but eventually when it goes in the water, it kind of petrifies and becomes stone. So they're building it, they're building it. We're supposed to stay away from it. And we're playing frisbee up by the cottage. And the frisbee goes down to the jetty area that's building. And I think it's a good idea. Now there's a hill, and there's steps, and then there's a hill. I think it's a good idea because they're still building it. There's wood on the hill that I would balance on the wood and go down the hill and then get the frisbee. I tumble forward and I slam into this thing. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, and I don't know, I can't really do it justice, but I have a third eyebrow. Okay. I it hit so hard, but it was like that. You don't know. It was more pressure than anything. And my parents were like, "Oh, it's not so bad. It's not so bad." And my sister yells out, and I'm probably about 8 years old, yells out, "You have a hole in your head. You have a hole in your head." I got a ton of stitches. Now the medical facilities over in vacation areas are, as you know, Matt, subpar. My dad says he still cringes thinking about the shot that I got into my head that day. Now, I feel it right here. Okay. You can't see it, but it's right here. And if you see me up in person, you see the third eyebrow. You see how close that is to my eye. And it could have really, really been bad. So